Yo, what is going on, everyone? Thank you for joining me for another manga chapter review, and in today's video we're going to be going ahead and taking a look at the brand new chapter for Black Clover, chapter 346, titled The 5 Devas. And before we jump into today's video, guys, I want to go ahead and say thank you guys so much for all of the support on my last Black Clover chapter review video. You guys absolutely killed that video, guys. You absolutely killed it. From the time I'm recording this video, I believe we're at 2.5 thousand views. Now, I know a little bit of time has passed since I made that video, but I was currently trying to wrap up the semester as well as work, just sort of piling on top of that, so I wasn't able to really get out any content, and I really didn't have a lot of free time and things of that nature. But the semester has wrapped up and work has died down, so it is back to business as usual. So I will be having a bunch of videos I want to be getting out, and recently I did catch up on Chainsaw Man, so very good news. I do plan on bringing Chainsaw Man into the rotation of weekly manga chapters I want to discuss, so that is always a very good thing. But if you guys are new to the channel and like anime and manga related content such as this, please consider subscribing, as I'll be going ahead and bringing you guys even more awesome content such as this in the near future. And if you did like today's video, go ahead and drop a like for me and leave a comment letting me know what you guys thought about the chapter as a whole. But with all that out of the way, guys, let's just go ahead and jump into the damn chapter already. Beginning chapter 346 off, we are greeted with a scene of all the citizens of the land of the rising sun witnessing the five-headed dragon's emergence. Now, underneath this panel, it is stated that devas are divine celestial deities that are adopted from Hindu mythology into Chinese and Japanese Buddhism. Now, this creates a little bit of clarification for us as to the title of the Black Clover chapter. With the citizens being in complete shock as to the legend of the dragon being true, they say how if it wasn't for the Shogun Ryu telling them to evacuate, that they surely would have been in trouble. With the whispers of citizens continuing, we transition into the battle taking place now with the RYUZEN and Lucius's paladins. Ichigo informing Kenzukaku that she tends to go too far when she doesn't think, Sister Lily acknowledging their strength, and in that very instance is joined by the five-headed dragon with an attack blindsiding Kenzukaku. Ichigo telling Sister Lily that they will not lose to them because they are led by a lord who sees all. With Ichigo's declaration of their victory, we get a flashback of Ryu telling the RYUZEN members of Lucius's plans, telling him that Lucius's paladins will be making their way for the land of the rising sun by morning, and that they must evacuate all of the citizens before then. Ryu also going as far as to detail all of the three paladins' magic affinities, being ice, water and spatial magic, as well as beast magic. He further informs them of their plan to destroy the seal on the five-headed dragon. The RYUZEN, wanting to be proactive in the matter, propose the idea of going to them now to stop them. Ryu letting them know that they must put the lives of the citizens first, and without proper preparation, they will sustain even heavier damage. Letting the RYUZEN know before the end of their meeting that the paladins are going to be the strongest enemy they faced thus far. Ryu gives them words of encouragement by telling them that he believes in them, and asks, "Can you guys beat him? Can't you?" The members of the RYUZEN, holding the words of their shogun dear, use it as necessary fuel to win their battle. With all the members going all out and displaying their incredible strength to defeat the five-headed dragon, Sister Lily comments in amazement on how powerful these mages are. As we begin to end chapter 346, we get a final panel of Ichigo telling Sister Lily that Ryuya believes in us, and so will never give in. With the chapter ending on a hype cliffhanger, just what exactly do Lucius's paladins have left up their sleeve? Will the RYUZEN be enough to overcome the paladins, or will Lucius's plan to exterminate the land of the rising sun come to fruition? And alright, guys, that is going to go ahead and wrap up the chapter synopsis for chapter 346. Now we're going to go ahead and transition on over into my thoughts of the chapter as a whole. Whew! Oh man, guys, this chapter was absolutely awesome. Now, I really did like this chapter just because it gave a little bit more love and attention to the RYUZEN members, and I'm very interested to see if Yuki Tabata carries this momentum from this chapter over into the next. Now, of course, like everybody else, I'm a little bit sad that Asta was not even shown in this this chapter, but I'm sure we'll get to see him next chapter for sure. because we can't spend too long without seeing our boy Asta, right? He is the main character after all, but I do really enjoy all of the action and getting to see all of the RYUZEN members and well, all of the RYUZEN members that are fighting the Paladins, right? Because the other two are currently assisting Asta, so I really do like this. I liked seeing all of their just crazy Yojutsus. The Snow Bloodstained Silver Fox, the Wisdom King Buddhist Priest, Ichiga's, of course, the Wind Yojutsu, Gale, Rakasha Blade. That, like, I like seeing that because I feel like that, even though those are supposed to be powerful blows, I feel like if it needs to come to it, they have even greater sort of abilities up their sleeve, if you guys, like, know what I'm trying to say. Like, I know it is, like, these panels are pretty much implied that they're, like, going all out, but I'd like to feel, like, I'd like to think that they're, like, Yojutsus, like, this is just kind of like the tip of the iceberg, and, like, maybe, and surely as this arc goes on, we will see more growth from these characters in the form of, obviously, character development, as well as different abilities. So, I mean, it is, I just have to note, it is kind of weird, like, flopping from, like, you know, talking about magic and then, like, talking about Yojutsu, right? Because the Land of the Rising Sun, they don't say magic, they say Yojutsu, or, you know, they say, they have ki and things of that nature. So, it'd be interesting, you know, it'd be interesting to just say, like, oh, you know, snow magic, bloodstained silver fox, but, you know, you gotta say snow Yojutsu, so. And then on top of that, all of their attacks are Zetine, so those are pretty much the peak. So I'd be very interested. I want to see more of these characters. Personally, my favorite as of right now, I would have to say, is probably Kenzukaku. She's just so cool, right? Like, she's kind of like, I don't know, she kind of reminds me of like a mixture of Zenitsu from Demon Slayer mixed with luck, right? Because before she gets into battle, she's very timid, very scared, not sure of herself, but as soon as she gets into battle, she's like a totally different person. Like, she's like battle crazy, like she wants to kill everything. So I think that's a very like funny and pretty badass sort of character for Yuki Tabata to make out of her. So I really am interested to see even more of these more of the RYUZEN 7 within the upcoming chapters. Now, my rating for the chapter out of 10, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 9 out of 10. The reason I don't give it a 10 out of 10 is, I know you guys are going to be like, oh, but Surian, you give all of the Black Clover chapters a 10 out of 10. I know. I just felt like I just needed a little bit of Asta this chapter. Not seeing Asta, while it wasn't the deciding factor as why I didn't give it a 10 out of 10, it definitely was a little sad not to see Asta. I mean, I could flip the script right now and say like, oh, you know, I'll just give it a 10 out of 10 just, you know, just to keep appearances up, but you know, I'll be fair. You know, obviously, like, this was an amazing chapter. I really, really loved it. But I feel like this is just the tip of the iceberg when it's coming to this, the RYUZEN versus the Paladins fight. Because, right, we didn't get to see any of, Urulu, as well as, the Ice Mage. He's the guy from the very first arc, which when somebody let me know down in the comment section of my last video. It is, like, because you guys do remember, right? Like, when we first saw Lucius' sort of, like, domain, we clearly saw Damasio. So I thought it was Damasio for a second, but somebody was like, hey, no, that's the guy that Magna and Asta fight in his village. So I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So it's that guy that was working with Patri in the beginning and then, like, you know, essentially killed himself so that way he wouldn't be seen as like a traitor. But yeah, I'm very interested to see I'm very interested to see Urulu's, because we were talking about that last video, right, guys? How Urulu could have a connection with Veto. So I'm very interested to see him, and I'm very interested to see Sister Lily as well as the other mage within the upcoming chapters. But mark my words, guys, this fight is going to be peak. I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg, and it's already off to a crazy start. But that's going to go ahead and do it for me in the video and my thoughts on it, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys thought of the chapter. Did you guys like it? Did you guys not like it? Did you guys not like it because it didn't have any Asta? Let me know what you guys thought, and let me know some theories and predictions you guys have for upcoming chapters. I always love reading and responding to your guys' comments. And if you guys did like today's video, go ahead and drop a like for me. It really does help the channel as well as the video out. And if you guys are new to the channel, consider sticking around and subscribing, as I'll be doing a full Chainsaw Man recap video and my thoughts on it, as well as bringing you guys Chainsaw Man content moving forward, since I am now caught up on that. But that's going to go ahead and do it for me, guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. See ya.